timing and spacing in animation. The scene is called Timing, Spacing, Wait, Start in your project files directory. So before we get in and start to correct this animation that we have here, let's go ahead and first understand what timing and spacing is all about. It's really all about your beats and the spacing between the beats. What I mean by that is if we were to go ahead and select one of these controls, let's say our arm control, we can see two keyframes that make up this animation. The keyframes would represent our beats. The spacing between the keyframes, well, that's simply our spacing. Now, I love it when the keyframes are called beats or called a rhythm because it helps us to really get our timing down. What I like to do when animating is really understand the rhythm behind the animation and use that as a foundation for determining the right timing that a certain movement should have. So timing and spacing, it's really very critical that we get it down. We can have amazing poses, but if we don't have that backed by good timing and spacing, the animation's going to collapse. So let's make sure that we really understand this, and it takes a good understanding of life and really, again, getting that rhythm down of each motion that you're about to animate. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and correct this animation here. What we see is that there's two different types of weight, but the character's lifting them up at the same time, and that's not believable at all. So what we need to do then is definitely delay the heavier weight so we have something more convincing to watch. So with the arm control selected, I'm going to also control click the shoulder since that's animated as well. Then we can select the key on frame 30, and let's go ahead and delay that to about frame 50. Being that this weight on the left arm is a lot heavier than what's attached to that right arm. So if we were to now go ahead and hit play here, what we should see is something a little bit more appealing. And mind you, this is a very basic look at timing and spacing. We'll take a look at a few other examples, but I just want to get you familiar with what timing and spacing is. And again, we have with timing and spacing our beats and the spacing between that. So with this lesson now completed, let's say we go ahead and move on to the next lesson where we take a look at